Okay, so today we'll be taking up substitution involving trigonometric function that lead to trigonometric integrals. So we'll show three cases on how changing a variable by a trigonometric substitution often enables us to evaluate an integral containing an expression of the following forms. Example, we have this form, that is the square root of uh, a squared minus x squared. Take note of that. The form square root of a squared plus x squared. And of course, the other one is the square root of x squared minus a squared, where, yeah, where a is a constant and that should be greater than 0. Okay, so as I've said a while ago that we will have three cases. For case 1, yeah, for case number 1, the integral, okay, the integral that contains uh, an expression of the form, okay, so square root of a squared minus x squared. That's it. Where course a is greater than 0. So the first thing we have to do is we let x is equal to a sine of theta. And then, of course, the derivative of x is dx is equal to, what's the derivative of a sine theta? That is a cosine theta and d theta. Now, this a squared then minus x squared, we try to substitute these values. That will be the square root of course a squared minus, that is a squared sine squared theta. So that will be the square root of um, a squared and then 1 minus sine squared of theta. By Pythagorean identity, we take the square root of a squared. So that will be a, and this will be what? That is, what is 1 minus sine squared theta? That is cosine squared of theta. So therefore, what is our, this one? A squared minus x squared, therefore, is equal to a cosine of theta. So if we try to draw this one, our cosine of theta, is equal to what? That is square root of a squared minus x squared over a, right? So therefore, from the triangle, yeah, so this is our theta. So cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse. So this is our hypotenuse, therefore, and our adjacent is square root of, what? Square root of uh, a squared minus x squared, right? And of course, this is our x. Such that, if we try to look at this one, sine theta is equal, x is equal to sine theta. Or that is, our sine theta is opposite over hypotenuse. Okay, so let's have one example. Applying this formula. So we have here example number 1. Example. If we have to evaluate, okay, evaluate the integral of the square root of 9 minus x squared over x squared dx. So this is in the form a squared minus x squared, right? So this will be in the form, that will be, our a squared is 9. So square root of 9 is 3. So it will be like 3 squared minus x squared over x squared. So our a is 3. So therefore, your x, okay, So we let x is equal to 3 sine of theta, such that your dx is equal to 3 cosine of theta d theta, right? So therefore, substituting this one, so that will be the integral of, um, how is it? This will be our square root of 9 minus x squared also is equal to 3 cosine of theta. So substituting everything in here, so this will be 3 cosine theta, okay, over what is your x? That is 3 sine theta. So that is 9, okay, sine squared of theta. And what is your dx? Our dx is 3 sine theta, sorry, 3 cosine theta d theta. So this will cancel out. So this will also cancel out. So finally, our function will be cosine squared of theta over sine squared of theta d theta. But what is cosine over sine? That will be cotangent. So that will be cotangent squared of theta d theta. Okay. So then, what is the identity for cotangent theta? The identity for cotangent theta will be, that is, cosecant squared of theta minus 1, okay, and then d theta. So if we try to integrate this one, that will be negative cotangent of theta, okay, minus theta, okay, plus c. That's it. But what is cotangent of theta? Looking at the diagram, we make a diagram for this one. So this will be what? This is our theta, okay, and this is our x, and this is our 3, and this is square root of 9 minus x squared, okay? So our cotangent of theta is equal to what? It's actually square root of 9 minus x squared, okay, over x. And that's the reciprocal of tangent theta, okay? Adjacent over opposite. If tangent theta is opposite over adjacent, cotangent theta is adjacent over opposite. So this is your adjacent and this is your opposite side. Okay. And what is theta? What is your theta? Looking at this one, if if your x is equal to 3 sine of theta, okay, your sine of theta is equal to x over 3. So therefore, your theta is the arc sine of x over 3. So therefore, this is the arc sine of x over 3 plus c. So this is already your final answer. Okay? So that is for case 1. Okay. So what if, and what if we have a function that is the square root of a squared plus x squared? Okay, so that will be on case 2. So in case 2, we have uh, the form that is square root of um, a squared plus x squared. Actually, whichever comes first. Okay. So in here, of course, your a is greater than 0. So in here, we let x is your a tangent of theta, such that your dx is equal to, what is the derivative of tangent? Second squared. So that is a second squared theta and then d theta. Okay, did you get it? So let's have an example. Example. If we try to evaluate the integral of the square root of x squared plus 5. Okay. So 5 is not a perfect square. So dx. So in here, what is our a squared? So our a squared actually is 5, such that your a is equal to square root of 5. So we take a is equal to square root of 5. Therefore, your x is equal to, from this one, what is your a? Square root of 5, and then tangent of theta, such that your dx is equal to square root of 5 secant square root of theta d theta. Okay, so from the problem, that is the square root of x squared plus 5 dx. Okay, so we know that our square root of x squared plus 5 actually is equal to a, or the square root of 5 secant of theta. So that will be what? That will be square root of 5 secant theta, and then your dx is integral. That will be square root of 5 secant square root of theta, okay, d theta. Sir, how come that square root of x squared plus 5 is equal to square root of 5 secant of theta? So if we try to substitute actually in this one, so let's substitute, that is a squared plus x squared. So that will be a squared plus your x squared is a squared, and then tangent square root of theta. Okay, so that will be square root of a squared, and then 1 plus tangent square root of theta. So finally, if you try to look at this one, this is your a. What is the identity for 1 plus tangent square root of theta? That is secant square root of theta. So finally, that will be a, and then secant of theta. So the square root of a squared plus x squared actually is equal to a secant of theta. That is why uh, our square root of x squared plus 5 in here is square root of 5 secant of theta. Okay, so let's continue on. So what comes next? So this will be square root of 5 times square root of 5 is 5. So since this is a numeric value, so let's put it outside the integration, the integrand. So that will be secant times secant squared. That will be secant cube of theta d theta. Okay, so notice this one. That is secant cube theta d theta. So going back to our lesson on trigonometric integrals with odd powers of secant to the n theta d theta. Okay, we use integration by parts. If the n, or the power, actually is an odd integer. So in here, we apply trigonometric integrals. So we apply integration by parts, for example. So we put 5 integration technique. So we have secant theta, and then secant square root of theta d theta. So using integration by parts, okay, what is the formula for integration by parts again? That is the integral of u dv is equal to uv minus the integral of v du. Okay, so in here we let u is equal to secant theta. Of course, your du is what? That is secant theta tangent of theta d theta. Your d therefore is equal to secant squared theta d theta. Then your v is equal to tangent of theta. Okay, so what's next? Therefore, your integral of, we have 5 in here, secant cube of, okay, of theta, sorry, let's just put it as 5, not right. Just erase this one. It cannot be erased. Okay, d theta, and that is equal to what? uv minus v du. So we have secant of theta, tangent of theta, okay, minus the integral of v, that is tangent of theta, and then du, the secant theta, tangent of theta, d theta. Okay, so what's next? We have secant cube of theta, d theta is equal to what? It's equal to secant of theta, tangent of theta, okay, minus tangent squared. So we have secant of theta, and then tangent squared of theta, d theta. Okay. But then what is tangent squared of theta? So we have secant cube of theta d theta is equal to secant of theta tangent of theta minus, okay, secant of theta and secant squared of theta minus 1. That is the identity for tangent squared theta. And of course, d theta in here. And then, what's next? We have secant cube of theta d theta is equal to secant of theta tangent of theta minus, what's that? Minus integral of secant cube of theta d theta, okay, plus integral of secant theta d theta. So you notice we have secant cube of theta d theta here, and then we have secant cube of theta d theta on the right side. So we can combine those. This is negative. Okay, transposing it to the other side, that will be positive. So we have 2 integral of secant cube of theta d theta equals secant theta tangent of theta minus, what's the integral of secant theta d theta? Oh, sorry, plus, that is ln of secant of theta plus tangent of theta, okay, plus c. So finally, that will be secant cube of theta d theta equals secant theta tangent of theta, sorry, there should be 1/2 in here, okay, plus also 1/2 in here, and then, okay, ln of secant of theta plus tangent of theta plus c. Oh, I'm sorry. There should be 5 in here outside. So multiplied by 5. So finally, our square root of the square root of x squared plus 5 is equal to 5/2 secant theta tangent of theta plus 5/2 ln of, okay, secant of theta plus tangent of theta plus c. Okay. However, the answer should be in the form of x, the variable x, and numerical 5 there. So we try to get the values of tangent theta and secant theta. Okay, so let's draw the triangle for square root of x squared plus 5. So we try to take a look on this triangle. Okay, so we have secant theta, that is tangent theta. So we have x and then square root of 5 over a. And this one is, of course, the hypotenuse will be 5 plus x squared. Okay, so looking at this one, our secant of theta is equal to square root of x squared plus 5 over square root of 5. And our tangent of theta is opposite over adjacent, that is x over square root of 5. Okay, so then that's our answer. Our integral for the square root of x squared plus 5, we substitute the values in here. So we have 5 halves. Okay, so our secant is square root of x squared plus 5 over square root of 5. Our tangent is x over square root of 5 plus our 5 halves, 5 halves, ln of what? That is square root of x squared plus 5 over square root of 5 plus x over square root of 5, okay, plus c. So looking at this one, we try to add this one. So let's simplify. Okay, so on this first term, square root of 5 times square root of 5 is 5. 5 over 5 is 1. So we have 1/2. So this cancels out actually. Okay, so that is actually x and then square root of x squared plus 5. So the other one also is what? We have 5 over 2 ln of uh, square root of x squared plus 5 plus x all over square root of 5 plus c. So by property of logarithm, so we can actually simplify that into 1/2 x square root of x squared plus 5 plus 5 halves ln of ln of square root of x squared plus 5 plus x minus 5 halves, okay, ln of square root of 5 plus c. So looking at this one, our 5 halves ln of square root of 5 actually is constant. So therefore, our final answer for this one, our final answer for the integral of x squared plus 5 is equal to 1/2 x square root of x squared plus 5 plus 5 over 2 ln of square root of x squared plus 5 plus x. And let's just put it as C1. So this is your final answer. Okay, so let's try to take a look once more. So for case 2, we have the form a squared plus x squared wherein a should be greater than 0. So we let x is equal to a tangent theta. Therefore, our dx is a secant squared theta d theta. So if we try to substitute the values of x in here, so that will be a squared plus a squared tangent squared of theta. So our identity for 1 plus tangent square root of theta is secant square root of theta. So square root of secant square root of theta is a secant theta. So looking at this example, square root of the integral of square root of x squared plus 5 dx. So just follow and substitute the form. Okay. So actually you will arrive into this function. Okay. So your integrand will be secant cube theta d theta. And of course, secant cube theta in our trigonometric integrals, taking the integral of secant to the n theta d theta for in n is an odd integer. So you have to use integration by parts. So we just apply integration by parts in here, and we arrive to this answer. Okay, so let's have the case 3. I've been through with the square root of a squared minus x squared, and then the square root of a squared plus x squared. So now, for case number 3, okay, for case number 3, we have the form that is the square root of x squared minus a squared. Okay, for the form a squared, x squared minus a squared, wherein a is greater than 0, so we let x is equal to a secant of theta. And take the derivative of this one, we have dx is equal to a secant of theta, and then tangent of theta d theta. Okay, so if we try to substitute this one, that is x squared minus a squared, use this x is equal to a secant of theta. So that will be what? A squared and then secant squared of theta minus a squared. So that will be a squared and then secant squared of theta minus 1. Okay. So therefore that will be a and then square root of tangent square root of theta. So finally, that is a tangent of theta. Okay. So this is your square root of x squared minus a squared. Okay. So hopefully that is clear. So let's have an example. For example, for case number 3, let's try this one. Okay. So if you have here the integral of dx over what? Over x squared and then square root of x squared minus 9. Okay, so let's try to look at that one. Okay, so we let x is equal to what? What is our x? What is our a? A is 3, right? Because a squared is 9, square root of 9 is 3. So we have 3 and then secant of theta. So our dx therefore is equal to 3 secant of theta tangent of theta d theta. Okay, so should be clear that our x squared minus 9 should be equal to what? That will be 3 tangent of theta. And substituting it to this one, that will be the integral of your dx is 3 secant of theta tangent of theta d theta over your x squared is what? That will be 9 and then secant squared of theta and then 3 tangent of theta. Okay, so that's it. And then let's simplify. So this cancels out, this cancels out. Sorry, let's put this to be cube. So this is cube and this is 27 because everything cancels out. Okay, so this will be what? This will be integral of what? What is d theta over secant squared of theta? So this cancels out. So there should be 27 in here. So that's 1 over 27. Okay. But what is 1 over secant? 1 over secant is, by trigonometric identity, secant theta actually is 1 over cosine of theta. So therefore, your cosine theta is equal to 1 over secant of theta. So therefore, should be 1 over 27, the integral of cosine squared of theta d theta. Okay. So going back again to the to our lesson, or to our lesson on the powers of cosine and sine. What's this? So that will be 1 over 27, the integral of 1 plus cosine 2 of theta over 2 d theta. So that will be 1 over what is 54. Okay. 54, the integral of 1 plus cosine 2 theta and then d theta. So what is the integral of that one? Is the integral of that one? So if we try to integrate that one, that will be 1 over 54. Okay. So that is theta plus integral of cosine 2 theta. That's actually 1 half and then sine 2 of theta plus c. But what is sine 2 theta? In sine 2 theta in trigonometry is 2 sine theta cosine theta, right? So if you try to substitute in here, as 54, and then theta plus, so we have 2 in here, over 2, that is 1. So therefore, we have sine theta cosine theta, okay, plus c. So, but notice, our given is in algebraic form, and what what we arrive, the answer that we arrive in is in the form of a trigonometric function. So if we take a look on this triangle, so we have our theta, okay? So it's actually x is equal to 3 secant theta. So in second, we have, this is the adjacent, and this is the hypotenuse. And this is actually square and then 9, okay? So therefore, looking at this one, our sine is opposite over hypotenuse. Okay, our sine theta is equal to square root of x squared minus 9 over x. Our cosine of theta is equal to what? Is equal to um 3 over x. That's 3 over x. And what is our theta? We try to look at this one. Our x is equal to 3 secant theta. So therefore, that will be the arcsecant of, that will be the arcsecant of what? X over 3. So finally, our answer should be 1 over 54. Our theta is the arcsecant of x over 3 plus, okay, what's this? Square root of, what is sine? X squared minus 9 over x. And then the other one is 3 over x plus c. So what is our final answer? Finally, our final answer is 1 over 54. And then the arcsecant of x over 3 Okay, plus 3 square root of x squared minus 9 over x squared, that's it, plus c. So that is your final answer. Okay, so that ends our topic in integration by algebraic substitution. Okay.